UK Games Expo 2017. Let's chat. Hello and welcome to the Friday Fancy Show from the Bottled Imp. My name is Ken Boyter and this cheeky chappy is Julian, as you probably know if you are a regular viewer. Today...
Just double thumbs.
Double thumbs. That's a bad start, Julian. Bad start.
Okay.
I could do a double thumbs just for solidarity.
Go on, do it, please.
There you go.
That's
now
the thumb.
now it's the shame, the thumb of shame. There we go. We are going to be chatting about UK Games Expo 2017. I went along. Julian, you couldn't be bothered this year, could you?
Couldn't be bothered. Did it the year before.
Seen
Been
it,
there, done it. I pretty much thought it'd be exactly the same, and today we'll find out, was I wrong or was I right?
Well, yes. The expo takes place at the
That isn't
NEC.
the actual reason I didn't go.
No, he did have a legitimate reason. That's what he says. Anyway, yes, it takes place June the 2nd to the 4th, and I believe it's the first weekend of every June every year. I think that's how they work it out.
It was a couple of weeks ago.
It was a couple of weeks ago.
This is
now.
actually going out today.
Yes. What?
The 30th. So we're
Yay.
almost live.
Yes, we've got to get editing it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So it's live, but minus
live,
2
but
hours.
not live, but almost live. Well, we're live.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I went along because the first year I went was 2015. We'd already got the Bottled Imp up and running, and I thought, let's check it out, let's check the expo out. I went up on the Sunday, and it was interesting because the following year we decided to go up as the Bottled Imp, and we went along, we had a stall, I was selling my book, and that was pretty cool. And we did loads of interviews professionally with Julian on the camera, and me, we had proper mic and everything like that.
It was all pucker.
It was
all looking quite good,
Yeah.
sort of in a run and gun kind of way.
Yeah, so you can check that out. We've got loads of that still up on a YouTube channel.
Yeah, check it
We've
out.
got a playlist of that. And this year, though, because Julian did have a legitimate reason, or so he says anyway, for why he didn't go.
Well, you did say something about we don't need all this stuff. I've got a phone that shoots video, didn't you? I don't need you.
I don't
I
need
can do
you
it on my
anymore.
own. Stop interfering. You know nothing about fantasy.
I did say that.
This phone is just like a video
Yeah.
camera. It'll do.
It's
probably better than the stuff you do.
What could go wrong, Julian?
And what did go wrong? We'll soon find out.
We'll soon find out. But we have got interviews with people. We've got, who shall I tell people who we've got coming up? We've got Rose's Gaming Accessories. We've got Kedrick. I knew I was going to balls his name up. Sorry, Kedrick. Kedrick Winks, he's a games designer. Ben Looms, he is from Sirenscape.
Oh, we like Sirenscape.
Yeah, we got Kevin, and I've forgotten what his surname is. Sorry, Kevin. We've got Kevin, Inspiring Games. He does the Untold Legend game. And Andrew and Sue from Basically Wooden. And we've also got Z Garcia from the Dice Tower.
Ooh.
And also we've got an interview with Sam Healy. In fact, we did 2 interviews with him. One was on the fly and one was a bit more prepared. And he also is from the Dice Tower. So we've got those interviews coming up.
Are you saying those interviews are going to be in this very show?
Yes, hot diggity
wow,
damn.
we're not going to.
I know.
We're not going to sort of seep it out slowly. Like we're just going to pack it all in.
This is it. This is the one.
Get it in one big hit.
Yeah.
So get the kettle on.
Yeah. Well, pause it and then put the kettle on, or do it beforehand.
Just put the
but
kettle on and come back when it's all finished.
Yeah. All right, that's what he would do. He's a cheeky monkey, isn't he? Right, okay, so let's kick off. So first of all, I went up on the Thursday because I went along as press though, I still went along as press.
Oh.
Yes, here's my lanyard. And that was an interesting experience because last time, although we did go to press, we also had a stall. So we were kind of sort of restricted because we had a stall, so one of us had to be on the stall at all times. And we did do a lot of work, didn't we? We went around, we got a lot of footage, a lot of interviews. And I didn't have any time to play games, which was a bit. But yeah, well, I was kind of looking forward to that. But it's just one of those things, That's the hit that we took for Bottled Imp. But what this time around it was interesting because obviously I went there as press, and we didn't really have the responsibility of filming. Obviously, I was going to film, but there wasn't that pressure, and we had, I had 3 days to kind of, I guess, get what I could.
Yeah.
It was nice because I did actually play some games. And the games I played, do you want to know?
I can't wait to find out what games you played.
Well, this was my guilty purchase.
Ooh, what's that?
Yeah.
hang on a minute,
Yeah.
that looks a bit better than the one I've got up there that you bought me.
Well, this is slightly different. Although it's Dungeons and Dragons, it is actually Tyrants of the Underdark. Now, Wizards of the Coast have done a various board game. They set it in the same universes, but it's a board game. So it's not quite Dungeons and Dragons role-playing, it's actually board games. But this was really, really good. Really enjoyed it, so we'll be doing a review of this soon.
So you played that there and you liked it so
there.
much, you bought the
Yeah,
company.
I did buy the
Saying
company.
goes.
Yeah, I had a few 100 million.
Is that what you think Dungeons and Dragons is worth?
Wizards of the Coast.
200
They also
million?
they also make Magic the Gathering.
Oh,
That's
right,
huge
okay.
as well. So they're a big company.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
so
not
that
buy
was
it.
fun. Yeah, let's not buy that one. Yeah. Also, Imps had a bit of a demo with Imps, which was really cool. This was really fun. So again, I'm going to do a review of that. And also Ghost Hunter. Now there's various different decks. I played the Spirits one, which was a lot of fun. And this lovely company, well, it's Kedrick actually, he has given us some of these goodies as a competition. So when we do our new show, we're going to be giving away some of these for the competition.
Our new show or our news show?
Oh, our new show.
Our new show.
Yeah,
right.
not our nude show either.
No, not that. No, you're not.
It's not that sort of
That's
fantasy.
been running for a while. No one's discovered that yet.
Imagine if we did that, just
Yeah.
tuck it
It's
away.
exactly the same show, just no clothes.
Just completely naked.
No.
Nobody want to see
Moving
that.
on rather
Yeah.
quickly.
I also played Splendor, which I hadn't played before, which I really wanted to play, and that is a really good game as well. And also, I believe there was a game called Dragon's Gold that I played as well. And now, what they did was the NEC is actually in Hall 5, like it was last time. Huge hall, loads of people there, loads of stalls. But they also had the Hilton Hotel, which was where we went last time in the evenings.
Right.
Yeah. So they took over basically the whole of the floor of the Hilton, which is a big place, and that was open up to just tabletop gaming. So obviously, if you'd had enough of the hall, you could just go along there and just start playing the games that you bought. They also had areas in the hall that you could play as well. So that's where I played most of the games in the evening. So that was the nice difference, that we actually, I actually went along and played games there. And in fact, the board gaming group that I go along to every other Friday, the St Albans board gaming group, hello, a lot of people were there from that, so I just joined in there. Yeah,
so you knew some people there.
Yeah.
That's good.
Now, one of the highlights for me was actually meeting and having a little chat with Ian Livingstone.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
of Fighting Fantasy fame. Now these are the game books where you choose which direction you want to go and you create your little character and you can fight things. Now you remember
Is this the new one?
Well, that's a new one because there's been various
must have my
incarnations.
copy somewhere. It'd be cool if
Yeah.
I could find
If
my
you could
original
find-
copy.
yeah.
Must be in a box somewhere.
Yeah.
Don't throw stuff out.
Now, but they are actually. Now he also gave a talk in the evening, so after one of the days, and that was really, really cool because he talked about his life, talked about his career in gaming, and he not only set up Games Workshop with Steve Jackson, he also had a hand in creating Lara Croft
Oh.
and Fighting Fantasy books as well that they wrote. So if one person just did one of these things, you would be considered a legend, wouldn't you? Because these were really hugely influential.
Well, yeah, a legend. What in the?
Yeah, in the gaming
in the
industry.
gaming, yeah.
Yeah, but that don't knock it. I mean, these sold millions worldwide. You're knocking it, man.
I'm not knocking it. It's great, and I used to love those books. But it's not like
Lara Croft.
It's not
Okay,
like
but
Gandhi.
what I'm saying is, yeah, not like
Marilyn
Gandhi.
Monroe.
Yeah, well, he
Yeah.
might have saved peace because people might be fighting each other in real life, and then they discover Lara Croft, and they
Yeah.
think, you know what?
Let's just
chill out and play a
sit
game.
and watch the jiggling.
But what I'm saying is, if you did just one of those in your career, that would be amazing. To set up
Yeah.
Games Workshop, which is one of the biggest companies in the
Yeah.
fantasy gaming industry, Warhammer, he has no idea.
Take your word
No
for it.
idea.
Yeah.
No, but you got to be impressed by that.
Yeah,
surely.
yeah. I think that's
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah, so he was really nice to chat to. He's not interested at all. So I would have liked to have done an interview with him, but I felt a little bit shy actually because he's a
Right.
bit of a legend. So I thought, no, I don't know him well enough to ask him for a little handheld phone.
Yeah, maybe if we'd gone along with the big guns,
Yes.
that would have been.
Yeah, I wouldn't have had any
looked
problem.
a bit better.
asking. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that was really cool. That was one of the highlights for me. And we also Knightmere Live.
Oh yeah.
That was
the
another
kids'
event.
TV
that was
thing.
there. Yeah, the kids' TV thing. They do a live stage
Wow.
version of it, and it's the main actor is Paul Flannery apparently, and really nice guy.
Is he the main guy that was on the telly?
No, no, he's probably in his 70s now, I'd imagine.
No.
60s, 70s, he
It was
must
only
be.
a few years ago.
Julian, time
The thing with
ticks
the kids
on.
wear the blackout helmet and they have to go around.
I've got some
and-
photographs.
yeah.
We'll edit some photographs in, yeah. And I've got some footage. The great thing about that is Grocklesnook did come along with me as well, and he shared my adventure. So we've got pictures of him. I'll have to put some pictures of him in as well. And at one point they actually said, right, can we have some items from the audience, because they're going to be, they use them within the game. So I held up Grocklesnook.
Right, he's quite fragile, isn't he?
Well, he's all right. He
Gave it
survived.
to some people in a blindfold to sort of kick about a stage.
Well, they treated him very well. They didn't actually choose him. Because
Right,
what they did
okay.
is they wanted several objects, and then the adventurer would pick one as a birthday present for this this
Right.
wizard. That was like the quest. But what they did do is they took them away. Then they obviously had to think about it backstage, and then they came out, and it was really cool because they're little, the character actors coming out doing their little characters and saying which, we've got the pineapple of truth or whatever it was. This time, Grocklesnook, they held it up and they said they've got the love child of Yoda and Slimer.
Right.
Slimer being from
Yeah.
Ghostbusters,
Yeah.
yeah. And that was really good. And the good thing about that was when at the end we went to collect them, I managed to get a little plug for the Bottled Imp.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, so that was good.
Excellent.
So again, and also I managed to you could have photographs afterwards with that helmet
Oh, right.
on because you were blinded, yeah. And
So you've got one of those.
I've got a picture of me there. I gave it to Paul to take a picture, and this is what I did with it. And we're going to put some photographs in.
Okay.
You can tell what he did with it.
Right.
Never give your camera to an actor. That's
right.
that's the thing, especially if you can't see what they're doing.
Right.
Yeah, so I got a little bit of footage as well of Grocklesnook on stage. We might edit that in, we might not.
Well, shall we? Yeah, is that work? Shall we?
It could be worth it.
Okay.
You haven't seen it yet. So it could go here now.
Got the pineapple and pina coladas. I've got the love child of Yoda and Slimer. They're friends of mine.
Knightmere live, yes. So it was great fun. The audience, it was quite packed. There must have been about 100 people, 150 people in this little room because they had other rooms. This was the Hilton Hotel, and it was really, really funny. It was brilliant. It was everything you wanted. It was, there was a lot of nostalgia, obviously, because people, used to watch it, and there were young people there as well. And in fact, it was quite brutal as well. So they got through, and of course, they picked two people to control the person that can't see, but they didn't know each other.
Right.
So it's not that they had that sort of bond where they could, shorthand and they knew what they were going to do. And they were quite useless. So they killed off a couple of people straight away, literally in the first scene or the second scene. And then again, Paul, the actor, who was like the main guy, he was like saying, "Right, against my better judgment, I'm going to pick a child because you could volunteer, And so literally, like this 13-year-old girl was up there, and she was pretty good. She actually won it. She got through the whole thing.
Wow.
So that was really, really exciting. So and they do tour it. I think it was up in the Edinburgh Fringe at one point. So if you get a chance to see it, I would recommend it. Even if you've never seen the show, you would still like it because it's just a nice, cool bit of entertainment. The other thing I will say actually about the Ian Livingstone is yes, he did announce that he's got a new publisher for his fighting fantasy, and there's new covers as well. So I actually took some sneaky
So
photographs.
is that? Oh, that's not.
That's an
the
old
new
one,
That's
yeah.
an old one.
That's an
right.
old
That looks
one.
much more modern than my one.
Yeah, because they reprinted them, I guess, about 10 years ago or something like that, I think. And this was Wizard Books. Okay, Wizard Books UK.
Right.
The new ones are by
It'd be
Scholastic.
interesting how successful they are,
Yeah.
isn't it? Because we've now got phones and games and interactive things. Back then, that's what we had. We didn't have
Yeah, that's true.
magical interactive games.
Yeah,
So
that's
I
true.
had a Mac and it had a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy game on it that was all text, and another
Yeah.
one that was all text, and you
Expert.
basically typed in L, and you have moved left. There is a clearing in the woods. You go,
Yeah, but that was
right.
cool.
And it's just like just
Because it was
text, like,
still
so it was kind of
immersive,
that,
wasn't it? Yeah, but I know what you mean. But there's
You
a
get to
big...
use your imagination rather than just be pumped graphics into your
Yeah,
brain.
totally. And I think this is where people, enjoy board games, especially, communal board games, because you're actually interacting in the same room as somebody. The cool thing about these is if you want a quick burst of gaming, you can play these on your own. Or you can play them with friends as well. I've got a friend who's doing Skype, and they're doing it. One's reading them and one's playing it.
Yeah. Oh right.
You know,
okay.
so you know, you
I
could do it.
pretty much thought that's pretty much a one-person.
Well, it could
thing,
be,
how
but
you can-
I could read it out to you and go, okay,
tucked up in bed, like just
Yeah,
get me to
just
sleep at night.
phone you
Just-
up.
Yeah, play.
Hello,
Like reading your
Julian.
bedside story.
Yeah, well, I'll be next to you.
You just think we're like Bert and Ernie, don't you?
Yeah, and the cool thing about it is I got it signed as well. I got it signed by him. But not only that, I did get you a little gift.
What?
Yes, I got you a little gift for going
Oh.
because I knew that you loved.
No mobile phone radiation is going to get to
No.
this gift.
That's
This
protected.
is protected
That's-
from all the waves.
Exactly. There's
Apart
no
from this
hacking.
one.
That's the great thing about
Thank you.
books or
This
board
is
games.
probably more expensive than actual wrapping paper.
Probably,
Phil.
yeah, but I didn't have any wrapping paper. So what
And
you gonna
has
do?
this been cooked, or do I need to stick this in the oven?
You will need to microwave it, but take it.
Yay! I was
Yay.
going to say I'd be tempted to get one of those.
I got you one.
Forest of Doom. Is that not one of the original ones?
Yes, they
I probably
reprinted
got that.
them. Yeah, but have a look inside.
Wow. Look. Is it signed? No, no, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not signed, is it? Oh, it is! To Julian, be kind to Yazoo. Then it becomes unreadable.
Yeah,
Be kind to Yazoo and the plastic population.
Is it yourself?
Oh, you're
No.
so- that must be a character.
Oh, it must be a character in there.
Yaztromo. Yaztromo.
There
Who
you
knows?
go.
Well, we'll read it and see. But, so this is the main man.
That's the main man. Well, that's one of them because it was Steve Jackson as well. That also,
right.
yeah.
Oh, thank you very
My-
much.
he put to me-
Hang on a minute.
Yeah. Well, I wanted a dragon on
Let's
that
skim
one.
them down.
So
Look,
I
the
bought
side.
that
Look,
one.
it's like the Toblerone.
Well, that
It's
came
like
out
chocolate
before
bars.
that.
They've
Yeah.
made them smaller.
I don't know what size they'll do the new ones.
Cool.
But he put here to Ken, may your stamina never fail.
Wow.
Okay.
I should read this after I've read your.
Done the Dungeons and Dragons, or
No.
read my book as well. He's not even read my book yet. So there you go. So that was cool. So those were two kind of pre-arranged events that I bought tickets to go and see. Really, really happy about that. I did also buy a T-shirt, a
Yeah.
couple of T-shirts actually. This is the
Ooh.
official UK Games 2017 T-shirt here. Plus, I wanted another T-shirt, so I got this one here, which I think was quite cool. It says, "May only what?
My only vice
Oh, yeah.
is rolling dice.
Hey,
A little rhyme.
let's see what they did
only
with that."
vice is rolling dice.
Yeah, so they had loads of stalls there, as you can imagine, loads of accessories, board game accessories, T-shirts, pop culture. You know, a lot of it was gaming though. There was a little bit of pop culture creeping in, but there was mostly gaming. They had other areas that you could go. There was they had cosplay as well. Loads of people walking around in cosplay, which was really cool. And yes, I did also meet Jonathan Green, who I met him through Kickstarter because I backed one of his books, which was You Are the Hero, and this was part 2. So he had done a history, like a documentary in book form. I don't know what you call those.
Right.
About the Fighting Fantasy books.
Oh, right.
Because he loves them so much as well. So he wrote one. He's done a second one that he's done Kickstarter. So I've been chatting to him online. It was nice to meet him. He was there. He's selling his own books as well because I think he's written some that are similar but just set in different universes. So that was really cool. And he's also organising Fighting Fantasy Fest 2, which takes place on the 2nd of September this year, which I am very tempted to go to
Right.
because there's going to be loads of stuff going on.
Okay.
So that was really cool. I also had a little quick chat with Steve Perry of Dark Ops.
Steve.
Do you know
Perry?
Steve?
Yes.
Yeah, remember
he
Steve?
was there last year.
Yeah, so he was there. They had a little stand. They had a little bit of a disaster. I won't go into it why they didn't have a bigger stand, but next year they're going to have a bigger and better stand. And also Mike. Never met this guy before. Mike from Who Dares Rolls podcast, which I have heard of the podcast. Really nice bloke, really funny guy. So you know, it'd be great to get him into interview. Or
You
do
haven't
something
got an
with him.
interview. We're cutting to an interview.
We haven't got an
with
interview of him,
So it's
unfortunately,
really
no.
great, charismatic, funny
Yeah.
guy. No, we haven't got.
Didn't get an interview.
Not got an interview.
Well, okay, I'd only just met him, and
No,
yeah,
you felt silly with the
yeah,
phone.
yeah, and he's a podcast.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
thought, you know, I wanted to impress him.
Yeah.
No, so that'd be cool. So it'd be nice to do some sort of collaboration in the future.
Yeah.
Anyway, should we crack on with the interviews then?
Well, I definitely think we need to get on with the interviews. Yeah.
Yes, because there's a lot here. So Rosie's Gaming Accessories. This was I did a walkthrough. Well, we haven't even done the walkthrough yet. Maybe we'll sneak that in at the front.
Should we put the walkthrough in now?
Yeah, let's do it now then. Hello and welcome to the UK Games Expo 2017. Welcome to the Bottled Imp. This is a little walkthrough. Here we go.
It just adds a bit.
This is the one.
That was great, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy that?
That was. I'm going to pretend I've seen that video.
Yeah.
And go, oh wow, that was it was
Cool.
similar to the walkthrough we did last time, but only
Yeah.
worse quality. And was that
Well,
was
obviously you didn't have me commenting.
did
on
that
it.
video fill the screen, or was it just a slither in the middle?
It basically slithered in the middle. I got it wrong. I held up the portrait, not landscape. That's
Kids,
why you need.
kids, when you shoot video on your phone, sideways,
Yeah.
not upright. Otherwise, there's all this space at the side that's just
Yeah.
wasted on your TVs or computer screens.
Schoolboy error, really.
Anyway.
That's why you needed to be there, Julian.
I know.
You needed a professional with the camera.
I was having, my toes manicured, pedicured, whatever.
I think that's best kept.
Whatever the word is
Yeah.
for toes.
Yeah. He had more important things to do, obviously. So there you go. So that was a nice little walkthrough. And yes, and while we were doing the walkthrough, I did actually chat to Sam Healy. So whether or not we'll have that little chat in that one, I don't know. We could slow it down. And
Was that
fasten it
part
up.
of
We haven't worked this out yet, have we?
No.
But also we did a separate Sam Healy one. But let's talk about Rose's gaming accessories, because that was just one of those happy accidents where walking around looking at the stalls, and that was an amazing thing. They did DM screens and little dice jails as well, so if you
Right.
roll dice and you think it's unlucky or being naughty, you
Right.
can put them in dice jail.
Okay.
They're really cool.
Okay.
I was tempted
And
to buy
so
one.
is this an interview?
This is
with
an
her?
interview, yeah.
Okay.
So take it away, Rose. Hello, yes, welcome to the Bottled Imp. This is a little Imp Extra at UK Games 2017, and I'm here with
I'm Lydia. And this is Carter.
Carter, and what company is it?
We're Rose's Gaming Accessories.
Rose's Game
Yes,
Accessories.
our last name.
Your last name, right, brilliant. Now, I've had a little sneak preview of these. These look fantastic. I'm off camera now, so you're probably just hearing a disembembered voice. I don't know what that word is. Anyway, sorry, what's your name again?
Lydia.
Lydia. I'll let Lydia explain their lovely accessories. Here we
Start
go.
with our newest creation.
Okay.
This is all-in-one. Quite literally, there's some dice towers, rolling mats, DM screen, and storage. So
Okay.
if I face it, so it's got the DM side to you guys for now. It all clicks in with earth magnets. So there's,
Okay, so they're magnets that click in.
yep, so they all stay together and it stands up nicely.
Fantastic.
Bridges come down.
Look at that, that's brilliant. Oh, and you've got a bridge at the back as well.
Yep, I will spin it in a second for you. So this is the DM side. So you've got your own personal dice roller.
I've seen this. Have you kickstarted this?
Not yet.
I'm sure I've seen this.
This is in the brochure for Best Award. So this is what we're going to get going.
So let's do the dice again, because that looked fantastic. So you put the dice in there.
Yep, the inside of the box is felted, so it protects your dice.
Oh, I
And
see.
then if I just do a quick spin around.
Yeah. So you've got a little component. So the DM can keep other dice in there.
Other dice, you can keep pencils, pens, whatever you need.
Right, that's really
If
cool.
I just spin around quickly
Yeah.
for you. So the thing is about this, because it's all connected with magnets,
Oh, of
it all
course.
clicks back into place really simple, and you can rearrange it how you want.
Oh, see what you've done. You've created a product that I'm going to have to buy, which is terrible.
That's good, that's exactly what we want. So now I've basically just swapped it around for
Swapped
you.
it around. So this
And
is
the
what
player side.
this is the player side,
So the
right?
players also get their own personal.
There we go. It all clicks
There
in.
we go. It all literally just clicks in.
Dual rolling.
It is, and it is very much back in the thing,
And there it
and
is.
it's dual rolling.
So that would be if the DM wants them to see it.
Yeah, that's for their use or DM
Oh,
use.
yeah.
So this is for his own private use,
Yeah.
his own personal stuff.
Yeah.
Because even though you're standing up, if I was to roll dice, bear in mind you're standing at the table.
Yes, of course, you'd be sitting down, yeah. And then I wouldn't see it.
Could you?
Yeah.
Could you just do that again where I've actually set the thing up? Can you see any dice?
No, I can't. We can't see it from
Let
here.
alone sit it.
Yeah, exactly. That's very clever. That is a genius idea. Now I have noticed over here we have these. Can you explain these and the story behind it?
Of course. So these are our dice trails, and they're each made of a hardwood. So we've got oak, mahogany, black walnut. They've all got aluminium bars. So the dice cannot escape. The story about it came pretty much because, well, short story is I microwaved a dice.
She microwaved the dice, ladies and gentlemen.
In fairness to me, it killed my beloved character of 3.5 years.
So without overreacting,
Not overreacting at all.
she put a dice in a
That
micro.
was on the same dice consecutively. So she fell down a bottomless pit, which did the obviously burning, melting plastic, set my fire alarm off, set my dog off, set my mother off.
That's crazy.
So my little brother created this for me.
And what's your little brother called?
Arthur.
Oh yeah, your brother, right, there we go. Sorry, I thought it was like this other brother somewhere
So
else.
this is, I call him little, but he is about 7 inches
I was going to say, he's taller than me, but that isn't saying much. Although I am 6'2". Right, okay. So brilliant. So you're the, wow, so you came up with that
So
idea.
he's the carpenter, and then we paint and wax everything.
You paint and wax it. So you got a few different designs, so let's have a look at the designs.
There's more on our stall as well.
Oh, okay, brilliant. So this one's like a stitched together dice.
It's meant to be barbed wire, so it's
Barbed
a D20
wire.
covered in barbed wire.
This one's like a comet, a fireball, like a spell, I guess, isn't it?
Yep.
And that one's the ball. Oh, very clever. That's really cool. So these, I'm really impressed with these little dice jails. And then we've got a little tower
Well,
here.
this is just our miniature dice rolling tower.
Yeah.
Just going to take some of the dice out.
So you got a little sample. This is quite simplistic, isn't it? It's quite classic look.
This is a classic book.
Yeah.
It works really well and it goes really nice with our dice trays.
Yeah.
You're going to either do that from the top of your deck line as an
Fantastic. And then you've got this screen. This is just a simple
This
screen.
is your basic DM screen, which I just drop over. But again, it's all done with magnets, so you can change it around and have different sections.
So it's all component, it's all clicks together.
Yep.
So if you just, okay, and then it folds away.
It folds away.
It packs away.
Not like
And
that.
not like that though, but I really love the dragon design.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
So if I just turn around, if you want to put it away, the metal
okay.
bars go inside, and then there's magnets on the back,
And then it just clicks together.
and it all clicks together.
That's impressive as well. And then you've got even more accessories. This is just accessories. Yeah, exactly. Look at
These are
these.
our miniature. These are our pencil cases. So they have they fit both dice and a pencil or a pen, and then they
it.
close up. And again, they're made of hardwood, so oak and walnut.
Lovely. And they're little engraved as
Yeah,
well.
those ones are engraved. We've got some on our stall that are embellished and we've got brought out.
Okay.
These are just our big standard dice boxes that are all felt lined, and again, they're all made of hardwood and hand finished. So
And they've all got little designs on them.
they all have different designs depending on
Well,
what
that
you
is
want.
fantastic. Let's just see. I don't know if I'm in shot at all, but anyway, thank you so much for explaining. Alright. We've been Bottled Imp, and this has been
Rose's gaming accessory.
Rosie's Game Accessories. Check them out. Bye. So you got, yeah, you're impressed by that, aren't you? No idea. No idea.
Obviously, I've not edited this show yet, so I haven't seen any of these videos.
This is how professional we are.
So,
if you want top quality episodes,
Well, in theory, I would have watched them first, but I'm about
I
to
know.
watch them. Aren't
I know.
You know, I trust you.
Just giving you a hard time. We also spent a little bit of time with Kedrick Winks, who does amazing games, little card games he does, Imps being one of them, and also Ghost Hunter.
So this is appropriate.
I know, isn't it amazing?
Yeah.
Because I was thinking, it'd be great to have a little card game, a little board game all about the Bottled Imp. It's not about the Bottled Imp, but it is about imps.
Right.
That's a really fun game. I had a little demo of that, and also played this as well. We also did a review of his, which was I never get it right. Cadaver. No. What is it?
Cadaver?
Cadaver. No, not that. It's the dead body. It means dead body.
Yeah, Godiva.
No, it's Cadaver. Oh,
Cadaver.
it's not. Cadfile.
What are you talking about?
It's the dead body.
Is that not a cadaver?
Oh no, that is a cadaver. No, that's Lady Cadaver. Every time. Every time. If you know how to pronounce that properly, please drop us a line. Also managed to speak to Ben Looms of Sirenscape. Remember we interviewed him last time, and we also did a review of that, which he's created these sort of soundscapes for in-gaming. So if you're a DM and you want to, put a bit of music in there.
Like a big leather boot?
What? DMing, yes.
If you're a DM.
If you're a DM, you want...
They want sound effects?
Yes. Not just clippity-clop.
Right, okay.
Yeah, although clippity-clop.
Because they're air cushioned. Why would they clippity-clop?
I don't know.
Maybe a little bit of...
If you put Blakey's on the bottom.
Maybe a bit of a squeaky.
You remember Blakey's?
No.
Little bit of metal things on the bottom.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Like taps.
Yeah, but
Right.
the people used to do that.
Okay.
Anyway, so we had a chat with him, and he's much better at explaining it than us.
Right.
And he also, this year, he did a sound cave sound room, where he was asking people to go in and read a script, and you kind of could be part of a project that he's doing where you can hear your voice. I had a go with that as well, which was a lot of fun.
Cool.
Let's check it out.
Good morning.
Hello, we are at UK Games Expo 2017. This is day 3, so I have been walking around, I'm pretty knackered. But you know what? I have bumped into this fine fellow of a man, and it's Ben. Ben,
hello.
Who are you?
I'm Ben. I make Sirenscape.
Yes, so let's do a really stilted interview, shall we? What is Sirenscape?
So, well, thank you for asking me.
Okay.
Sirenscape is an app, an award-winning app. It won the UK Games Expo award. It's going to win this year as well.
It did.
And it makes beautiful, immersive sound effects and a movie-like soundtrack for tabletop games.
I was going to say, because we interviewed you last year, and I was struggling to kind of define it. When I was saying, because it's really cool, by the way, you can check out our review. We did do a review of it, full review. And then I saw people go, so what is it exactly? And I went, well, it's kind of like music that you compose, but you'll do a better job.
Yeah, that's right. It basically turns the movie soundtrack back on. So imagine a movie without any sound, just dialogue.
Yep.
And there's everything else there. That's what Sirenscape is. So the dramatic music during the explosive dragon battle, the roars of the dragon, the screams of the people, the woofing of the dogs, or if you're in a beautiful forest, the distant rumble of a stream and maybe a growl somewhere on the borderlands or whatever.
And you can actually, because it's all touch screen on your tablet, you can then just touch the screen and click in the noise, you can fade it out, you can do all that.
That's right. The point of Sirenscape is to put the attention of the game master back on the game.
Yeah.
So it came out of me trying to do sound but having too many clicks to manage and playlists and YouTube videos and so when you run that Red Dragon battle that I mentioned before, you just touch Red Dragon battle, City Raid, and that's it. It springs off, it'll run continuously with no repeats.
I love that. I love the fact that sometimes it gets a bit intense if you're DMing.
Oh my God.
How I tested it out. I was DMing, and then you go, hang on, you lose track of the music, but you just click it and you let it run, and then it's still atmospheric. And also, I love the fact that you did little humorous bits in there as well. So there's the wah.
That's right.
And that's so funny, and I just kept repeating that for about 3 minutes.
Yeah, the Wilhelm scream has to accompany any stormtrooper death in our games.
Yeah, exactly.
But what you were saying before is so you can just touch it once, but what's really cool is you could go to that Red Dragon City Raid and then go to the storm, as you know, and turn on the thunder and lightning and the rain and mix that in, and add some goblins in as well for the goblin battle sound set, and that way you can annoy your players and drench them and burn them to a crisp simultaneously.
Which we all like doing.
We do, it's the main aim.
And also it's really cool because you do, I don't know what they call it, they like sound packs,
that's
download individual. So you theme different ones.
That's right.
Yeah.
So we have a license with Paizo to produce the official sounds for the Pathfinder Adventure Path. And that's been great. We've done Hell's Rebels and Rise of the Rune Lords. At the moment though, we're doing Strange Aeons, which is kind of a Cthulhu-esque fantasy horror aesthetic, which is really great. And it's really, really different from anything we've ever done. Plus, we've got the sci-fi player. We have a license with Green Ronin for Mutants and Masterminds.
Okay,
so we've got sort of space heroes punching each other and things like that.
And did you do like a Wild West one?
Yeah, we've got trains, we've got wagon journeys, we've got modern weapons of all sorts of different kinds, cafes. dance parties.
You even did UK Games, didn't you?
We did Gen Con, that's right.
Gen Con, yeah.
So last year we were collecting sounds from Gen Con. We got everyone just to come in and make the sound of a conference. So I recorded the general hubbub. Plus then hundreds of people saying things like, oh yeah, and I made this character and it was really good. And then you push a button, monster attack. And monsters attack Gen Con. And all the nerds are screaming going, don't eat me, I'm chewy! And things like that.
And talking about, you're doing something similar this time round, aren't you?
Yeah, this time we're recording. Our framing is great.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Oh, I've got the sign in. Let's do a little zoom up of the sign.
Oh yeah, this is the sound cave.
Hang on. Oh, Julian, where are you? The cameraman, where are you? There it is. Okay. Yeah. Should we go in front of the sound?
Where am I? Okay,
let's go here. Yeah.
In the sound cave.
Yeah.
And the same at Gen Con, and it'll be at PAX Australia and some other cons which are out of my brain at the moment. All the cons are out. So we're recording a multi-voiced, Borg-like, mind-destroying Cthulhu psychic horror. Yes. So we're actually taking everyone who comes and donates, and we're all reading along with a guide track. Yes. And then combining all those voices in one. And
I was very lucky because I actually did that yesterday.
Ah, cool.
And hopefully I'll make the edit.
You will. Well, everybody's going to be in. Last year we were auditioning for the voice of Ithanathor, which was the big bad guy from one of the adventure paths. And so we only chose one person in the end, which is so sad.
And
so
there was hundreds of people just
that's right, I know. So this time we managed to find a way of getting everyone up in. And if the voice acting is terrible, then it'll just be a part of the general mass of humanity being in.
Thanks.
So we will.
Story of my life. He's breaking it to me gently. That's what he's doing.
And then obviously the genius performances like yours will come right to the foreground.
Yeah, I'll slip you that tenor later.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. So have you enjoyed the UK Games Expo in general?
Yeah, it's been amazing. Yeah, we've done live shows. We did live RPG Plus for the first time here at UK Games Expo.
Oh, brilliant.
And that was fantastic. Audience messing with the players and lots of craziness. We have voting sheets with green side and red side. So if you missed that this year, then make sure you catch it next year at UK Games Expo because we're definitely coming back.
Oh yeah, seriously, this guy is a legend. If you've not checked it out, no, seriously, because you do the composing.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
He's not just a mouthpiece for the company.
Not just a beautiful spokesperson.
Finger piece. Is that a thing? It's not a thing, is it? Right. Okay. So yeah, it's a finger piece. Yeah, I think we should get Grocklesnook to do the interviewing. Yay! Okay, so yeah, thank you so much, Ben.
Sirenscape.com. You can misspell Sirenscape in Google if you like, but it is SYRANscape. You can download the app for free to try.
Let's see if we can get it there. There we
go. You can download it for free to try, and then you can buy some stuff one by one, or you can subscribe to unlock absolutely everything.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. Well, there we are. That is Sirenscape. Remember, fellow imps, to keep it unreal, especially if you like spooky music.
So we probably, as well as apologising for all the wasted space on each side of the screen, there's probably a lot of, in those interviews, space here, and just a little slither of something in the middle.
Maybe.
Do we need to apologise maybe for the sound as well? Is the sound probably going to be a little bit challenging?
Might be.
Because it's just filmed on.
Yeah, you've brought this on yourself. To be honest,
we just have to say apologies for that. Hopefully they're.
This was just kind of we get something. It was
It's better than nothing.
Better than nothing. Anyway, we also spoke to Kevin, and I attempt to say his surname's Thomas, but it's not. It's Kevin, and he was from Inspiring Games, and we met them last year. They also have given us some competition prizes as well. Ooh. Yes, we got a few more of these. Look at these.
Wow.
This is artwork from their game Untold Legends.
Right.
And oh, that's that way.
You love the straight up and down, don't you? Let's go widescreen.
Landscape.
Let's go landscape.
Yes, so we'll be when we do our new show, we'll be telling you all about the competitions, but very kindly gave us some competition prizes.
Lots of stuff to give away in that show.
Yeah, and they've done really well because last year they had just a concept of a game. They entered that Wyvern's Lair competition where you can pitch your idea to see if it's got legs, so to speak. Right. They did really well with that. They were one of the finalists, and since then, a year later, they've got all the artwork done. They've pretty much got the game to a good level. It's close to being launched, so they've done really, really well. Let's find out all about it. Hello, we are at UK Games Expo 2017. This is the last day, it's the Sunday. and I've had a blast. I've been walking around. Obviously, your little legs get tired. Well, my little legs anyway. Although I am 6'2", but if I'm 6'2", this is Kevin, by the way.
Hi.
Kevin of
Inspiring Games.
Inspiring Games. So if I'm 6'2", you must be about 7.
I'm 8 foot tall. Yeah.
8 foot tall. Excellent. He's not. Anyway, yes. So Inspiring Games. We met last year, didn't we?
We did. It was a lot of fun. Thank you.
It was a lot of fun, and you won the competition.
Well, we placed well in the Wyverns Lair. You get to the finals and then you pitch your game. So we did well through that Wyverns Lair. Yes.
Yeah, you did pitch a game. And what was the game?
The game's called Legends Untold.
Yeah.
And at that point, then when we pitched it, it looked like this.
It was like that.
And we kind of we got through because of the mechanics. Let's be honest, not the artwork. I was quite proud of this.
Yeah.
And now we've gone off and a year later turned it into this, which you've just seen today.
Exactly, Legend Untold. So they've been working furiously all year to shape the game. You've been developing it. You've been playtesting it.
Playtesting it to death. Yeah.
Yeah, and so far it's coming to shape.
Yeah, we've had a lot of validation from the backers saying that they loved the artwork and they loved that the game is what they thought it was going to be or has exceeded it, which is great. Yeah. And a lot of new people interested as well. So really good.
That's excellent. So give us a little brief overview then.
The Legends Untold, and I'm the chatty one. Legends Untold, the idea is that people play all the depth of a role-playing game in about an hour using cards.
Right, so it mixes role-playing with cards.
And it's basically, it has elements from fighting fantasy game, from a tabletop RPG, from card games and video games, all mixed in to give you a really immersive experience, which is super convenient.
Yeah, and so the mechanics are basically laying cards.
What you do is you build a map together rather than using acetate. Okay, so you map, and it's infinite variations in the map as you go, and you work together to solve problems in combat. Combat's about 25%. Okay, and what you need to do is draw cards from a deck that's blind, and the deck acts as the games master. So those cards could be a trap, an NPC, a character to deal with, an obstacle, a chasm to cross, or a foe, or you might find some loot or some treasure. Yeah.
That's cool, because some people don't like DMing, they don't like Game Master, so that eliminates that problem.
Eliminates that issue.
And how many players is it for?
So you can play it solo, or you can play up to 8 players.
8 players? Yeah. Oh, that's good, yeah. So like D&D,
just like D&D. It is pretty much an RPG to the extent it can be, yeah?
Yeah, excellent. Cool, so let's have a look at it now. The artwork is amazing. Who's the...
No, it was me, yeah. Look, did you not see the card earlier?
Yes.
No, we have a number of artists. We have a portfolio of artists.
Brilliant. So should we have a quick look then? I'll just... Yeah, cool. That's fine. Yep. Let's see if my dodgy camera works, sorry. Let's have a look. Here we go. And there's some there. It does look amazing. And then this is that there was the actual map of the areas that you can explore.
That's the isometric, and the one thing that shows you what you just looked at there is the two environments you have just now, and the 3 that we're going to launch in the next Kickstarter.
Okay, yeah, so you've kickstarted this one now?
We kickstarted it in October last year, November.
Yes,
that's right.
We reported it, didn't we? Yeah.
And we got 3,200 backers, which was really nice for our first game.
That's very good.
And and people have really bought into it. And since then, we've really tried to give to well exceed expectations. Far beyond what we tried. And we're due to deliver that around about October this year. Soon.
So the base game is going to hopefully come out. Well, it's going to be kickstarted. If you kickstarted it, it's coming out in
October is the plan. We're just getting what we want is a third-party editor to proofread it to death.
There we go.
It's got no typos. Gamers hate typos.
Yeah. So if you are an editor, a top quality editor,
I think we've got one. But
okay. If you are one, you've just missed out on a gig.
Yeah, I think we're there.
Yeah, cool. So, that's exciting.
That's exciting. Yeah. So October, but the cards are done. That's 95% finished. It's all there. Yeah.
Brilliant. And then, so you've got other Kickstarter campaigns.
Yeah. After that, we're going to launch a second game called Lord of the Horde, which is all about orcs. Set 3,000 years before this one. It's not an RPG. It's all about being an orc, and it's about revealing your inner orc and taking over some dwarven cities and trying to become Lord of the Horde. So that's a much simpler game, but we need to keep our brains fresh and do different things.
Yeah, and that's really thematic as well.
It's set in the same world. Absolutely.
Yeah, and I had a look at the artwork yesterday. And it's beautiful, and you should see some photographs of that at some point. They're gorgeous, the artwork, and I guess, never judge a book by its cover, but it's so important.
It is. It's really important, and we're very grateful to all our artists.
Yeah. And then I guess once you get past that, you then think, yes, the mechanics of
the game.
Yeah, exactly.
And we hope roughly Easter next year. I don't want to commit to anything.
Yes, you're on video.
That's it. I've done it. Now,
yeah.
We hope roughly Easter we're going to launch the Legends 2, so the Legends Apprentice set, and that's the 3 new scenarios. So we're going to do the undead. We're going to do what we call the Brethren, which is our take on the dwarves. And we're going to do a thing called the Silent Dark, which is right underneath the earth.
Silent Dark.
Silent Dark. If you have a look at this one here, just around there.
Let's have a look.
There we go.
The Silent Dark.
And in the Silent Dark, we have these things here called Earth Suns. This is just concept art.
This is concept art.
But so that we don't try and sell people black cards, we've said that there's ultraviolet light in the Silent Dark. So these Earth Suns put out ultraviolet energy, and that is the rarest thing you can have.
Clever. That's why Kevin here is a games designer. He's got the brains. Talking of the fighting fantasy, because I know you're Ian Livingstone.
Massive fan.
Yeah, massive fan. It's a lovely chat.
I'm so sorry I missed it.
Is he not here today?
I'm flat out.
You're flat out?
I'm really jealous.
Yeah, no, that's good that you're flat out, obviously.
Yes.
But it's great when, because people like that inspire the next generation.
Totally, absolutely.
And then people like Kevin you're inspiring the next
Inspiring this one. Are you inspired?
He's crazy, yes. Feel like you will then be inspiring the next generation. And then you'll be, in 5-6 years' time, you'll be having other people on the stand like this saying, if it wasn't for Legends Untold, I wouldn't be doing it. I'm absolutely serious.
That's very kind.
Brilliant. And so you've not had time to really look around?
I'm very, 20 minutes, that's it. But there's so many cool things.
Yeah.
But it's the same as last year. It's we're here to do a job, and what I mean by that is to try and spread the word and work for the backers. So
no, it's brilliant. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
That's been a pleasure. And remember, so there's Kickstarter. When's the next one starting?
So for Lords of the Horde, we hope roughly October. We're going to get those orcs out there, yeah?
Get the orcs out. Release the orcs. Yes. So thank you so much, Kevin. Thank you so much for watching. This is the last day UK Games Expo. Remember to keep it unreal, especially if you're an orc. Don't know why I do a silly grin every time.
It's good. I might just leave that hanging.
Thanks. Yeah, cheers. Yes, and we caught up with our good friends Andrew and Sue from Basically Wooden.
Oh yes,
as
lovely,
well. Yeah,
lovely.
And again, another company. I first met them at the first time I went, which was 3 years ago, and they had Basically Wooden. They had one little box to keep your Magic the Gathering cards in, little deck boxes, and they were selling lamps, but which isn't gaming, but they had like a dragon on it, so it's kind of fantasy. They had other bits and pieces. They had a Carcassonne sort of case you could carry stuff, and a Carcassonne tower. We did little mini reviews of those, and that's when they were taking names to they were creating a dice tower. Since then, 2 years later, they've got a whole plethora.
Boom!
Yeah,
they've exploded.
They've done really well.
Good,
It's so nice to see, and they're lovely people. They got gaming accessories for all sorts of games.
See what happens when you're promoted via the Bottled Imp. Your company explodes into.
Yeah. Oh, we might have had something to do with it. Who knows? We did do a few of their little mini ones. I guess we were probably the first people to sort of do anything with their products, review any of their products. Who knows? They're a small company, but they've done really well now, and they've so it was really, and their stand was always busy, and they had a bigger stand this year. It was brilliant. So it was so nice to see that. So yes, and what else? Oh yes, and the Dice Tower were there. They kind of had a booth. They had a space.
Right.
They didn't really bring any of their literature.
A booth in space.
Well, they didn't sort of, they had a stall, but they didn't have any of their backdrop, and it was quite difficult to find them if you were trying to look.
If you're coming over from America, do you really want to lunk a whole load of stuff around to set up a stall?
It's a good point.
It's just them. They want to be there.
I guess so. I guess it was more kind of meet them rather than. But then I do know at other conventions they ship it. You know, they do
Right.
fly. They do set up their own store. So I kind of thought, oh, okay. So it was quite difficult to find them. But when you did, obviously they were nice. They were chatting to loads of people. Obviously they were very popular, which is cool. And I managed to give them a little gift.
Ah,
Yes.
did you?
So let's see Tom opening his gift.
Okay.
Here we go. This is Thomas. There we are.
Is that what you're drinking? You're gonna bottle shame me?
Yeah. That's 2 litres, baby. 2 litres.
Everybody show love video. Everybody's drinking out here. It's gonna be sponsored.
Yeah.
Oh, I like these.
You like Smarties? There you go. You gotta have the
It's
classic.
interesting. They're very different. We have Smarties in America. It's a very different thing.
Oh, that's because American chocolate isn't brilliant.
Don't get me started.
You've not got Cadbury's.
No, actually, I know American chocolate is not as good as
Yeah.
but our other candy is.
Yeah. Well, yeah, this is an unboxing, yeah. Oh yeah, Bourbons. They're like chocolatey, they're just chocolate. Yeah, the biscuits. This is the biscuit thing. This is the biscuit caper.
Sure, it's not a pudding.
There's some pork pies.
You wanted pie?
Pies.
Those are pork pies. Cake isn't pie, Tom. Come on,
I don't call cake pie.
don't you? I
No,
thought
we
you
call-
did.
We call fruit pies pies. I don't think you call them.
Yeah, no, I was going to say, I thought you thought they
You
were...
want the basket back?
No, that's
Yeah,
yours. You get the basket. So there we go. That was Tom unboxing the picnic hamper.
Right.
There you go. So
Wow.
I hope he enjoys those.
Yeah.
Him and the rest of the Dice Tower.
Goodness.
And we did also, when I say we, it's me, isn't it? Managed to get interview with Sam Healy. But before we do that, we'll do Z Garcia because we hadn't met Z because it was only Sam and Tom that came there last year. So it was really nice to have a little chat with Z because obviously it's weird, isn't it? When you watch someone on YouTube, you kind of think you know them, but obviously you don't.
Yeah.
But so that was cool. So yeah, so I had a nice little chat with Z.
Here it is.
Yeah. Hello and welcome to UK Games Expo 2017. This is day 3. It's the last day, and generally the last day. Everybody's knackered, everybody's bedraggled, and we're just kind of feeling a bit fed up. But that's how I was feeling this morning until I happened to bump into. I don't need to introduce him.
You probably still should.
Oh, okay. This is.
Or I could do it, that's fine.
You do it, yeah.
I'm Z Garcia. Hi, everybody.
Yay.
I am with the Dice Tower. You might have heard of him. If you haven't, that's okay, too. Check us out, though.
Obviously, because you're compared to the Bottled Imp, you're quite small.
Yeah.
Can I get a word to say?
We're trying here, you know.
Yeah. So if there's any advice you need from me,
We'll talk after the
Yeah, we'll
video.
talk after.
You can give me some pointers. Help me out a little.
Okay, I am embarrassing myself. Yes, okay, thank you. Yeah. So anyway, so thanks for doing this interview. Obviously, they're much bigger than us. But one day,
Slightly taller, that's about it.
I knew you'd be. I'm 6'2".
You two are not related, though, right?
Yes.
You and your friend there.
That's rumours. We are sharing a hotel room. That's what I'm saying. So this is the first time in the UK?
It is. Absolutely first time.
How are you finding it? Good? Horrible?
Having a great time. I mean, one of the things that I know you yourself sort of talk about a lot is the weather. How horrible
Yes.
your weather is.
How did you know my next question?
Was that it?
Yeah.
I just jumped in. I'm liking the weather here, but then again, I'm an overcast, pseudo-rainy kind of guy, and it's a really nice break from, chokingly hot weather that we get back at home. So I'll take this for a week,
That's what I genuinely like. We have 4 seasons. I genuinely like it. I like winter when it snows. It's great. You can be inside, and it's perfect excuse for board gaming.
Perfect.
Can't go outside. Let's cook out another board game. Summer, I love because obviously it's perfect for board gaming.
Right.
Let's stay inside and play. It's
too hot.
Too hot out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to hear you justify the other two.
Okay, and then we've got spring. Yeah.
Too pretty.
Too pretty. Yeah, exactly.
I can't deal with that much pretty. I want to stay inside and play some board games.
If you've got hay fever,
There's that.
just starts up around
Right.
spring, isn't it? And then autumn.
Autumn is too leafless.
Leafless, yes. Well, the leaves are changing. It could freak you out. So how does that happen?
Right, and so you want change you can control. So you read the rules and play in their world.
Yeah.
Not the one you've been forced into.
Exactly. And so really, board gaming is a perfect hobby all year round.
That's basically right.
So how have you enjoyed your first time at UK Games Expo?
This is a great show.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. It's full of people, full of energy, not too crowded though.
Yeah.
Everyone's extremely friendly. Everyone's been great. I love it. It's a really good show.
Cool. And have you had the chance to go around and talk to publishers and designers?
I've done a little bit of it. You know, I've been mostly stuck at the booth, and we did some live shows, and you know, people come by and say hi. That's great. And thanks to everybody. If you did come by and said hey, because that's fantastic. I love it. Thanks so much. But yeah, I've seen a few. You know, everybody's doing their thing.
And did you manage to play any games?
No, I played a couple of games. I've played. There's a game that Pegasus Spiel has reprinted. It used to be a Japanese game, or I guess it is a Japanese game, and it's called Sheep and Thief. And it's sort of this card drafting, tile laying. You play the cards out, sort of like tiles. Collect sheep. It's a family-weight game. Great stuff, though, and the reprint is fantastic. Art in there now, you know, just out of the park. They've really, really done a great job. So I recommend it. I still have my original Japanese version, and I'm going to go home and replace it with the new one.
Okay. So presumably you're going to do a review of that?
I will. I will be doing a review of it.
And when you do that, are you going to be comparing it to the original one?
Definitely.
Okay, so the other one's out of print.
I assume it's going to be right.
So I noticed you did top 10 games or top 5 games you wanted to look at over here?
We did a top 5, yeah.
And did you get a chance to check them out?
I think I've seen most of them, though I haven't played.
Okay.
You know, again, it's just sort of there's no time really for sitting down and playing over here.
Yeah, tell me about it.
We're you know, here or doing something else, so I sort of get eyes on it for the first time. Go home and explore it a little bit.
And you guys have just moved into a brand new studio.
We did.
Yeah, and how are you finding that? Are you enjoying it?
It's been really good. Yeah. We're settling in. It's nice and spacious. Lets us sort of get a lot of things done simultaneously. Before we were not able to do a lot of editing in the same room that someone happens to be recording.
Yeah.
So, you know, you get in each other's way a little bit. It was a little tight, a little too cramped. We can multitask now and get things done more effectively.
So is there a downside? There must be a downside that you spend more time at home. That must be...
Well, I used to work from home a couple of days a week, right?
But you got a break.
And I could work on my own schedule. In other words, I showed up with my work done, so that day was great. Just sleep until noon, wake up, lazy about a bit. Oh, you can hear it. Because I showed up with my work done, right? And I would work till 2 a.m. if I wanted to. Now it's a little bit more of a regular schedule, but my evenings are free. So
that's a bonus.
I am getting into the rhythm of it. That's right.
And what's in the shed?
What are you talking about? There you go.
Anyway, yeah, so you've enjoyed it. Will you be back next year?
I sure hope so. I would love to.
Yeah, well, we would love to have you here again because it's been fantastic. Such a nice guy. Thank you so much. I'm going to shake your hand for that. So thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed that. I'm sure you did. What's not to like? Z Garcia.
I try.
He tries. Thank you so much for watching, and remember to keep it unreal, especially if you like the dice tower.
Yeah, can you just hold it up? That'd be hilarious.
Wow, there you go.
Yeah, so that was cool.
Straight into Sam's one.
And then straight to Sam. So yeah, again, he's a nice guy, chatting all about various different stuff on the dice tower.
Hello and welcome to UK Games Expo 2017.
I hope so.
Yay, this is day 3 and
great time.
we are having a great time. We've had the pleasure of bumping into Sam Healy.
I'm nice and soft too, so it didn't hurt much.
He's a bit squidgy and obviously he is from the Dice Tower. No introduction really needed. How are you finding the Games Expo?
It's been a great time actually. It's actually been an improvement over last year, if you can imagine that, because I was really excited to come last year as well. So they said that they are experiencing something around like 50% growth, and you can see it. Today and yesterday have been really, really busy. Friday was also busy, but nothing compared to the Saturday and Sunday. So
yeah, the Saturday is really busy.
We've had a great time.
Yeah, and obviously you landed a couple of days earlier, didn't you?
Yeah, we came in on Tuesday, spent a day in Cambridge and Ely, and then spent a day in London, and I spent a day in Nottingham with Games Workshop and the Dice Cup, which is a really good board game cafe in Nottingham. And then Thursday night till we're going back tomorrow morning. So
early starts.
Yeah, so, well, kind of. We got our flights leave around 11:30, something like that. So not bad.
What I want to know, Games Workshop.
Yes.
Did you get any information about Talisman? What's going on there? The 5th edition.
I didn't get any information on Talisman.
And you probably wouldn't want to either.
No, that's not really on my radar. But I did get info on Shadespire. Was able to play it a couple of times.
Yeah, tell us about that.
And it is very good.
Excellent.
I think what they're doing, they're trying to provide that bridge between board games and miniature games. This is, I think, one of the first really solid steps in that direction.
So it's almost like a gateway into that kind of game.
Yes.
So if you're not too much, miniature games are too heavy.
Right.
This is a lighter version.
It's almost like a card-driven area control game. Arena combat game. Where you have, like, the Eternals will have 3 heroes, and then the Blood Reavers will have 5 heroes. And they all have special abilities. Each different hero has special abilities. There's dice rolling, custom dice. So that's a really cool thing.
I like those.
Hey, look at here.
Grocklesnook, he likes custom. He likes eating them, actually.
Well, I'm going to keep mine away from him then.
Yeah, let's go.
But it's a really solid step in a very bridge fashion for Games Workshop, and I think it's solid.
I'm a sucker for artwork.
Yeah.
I love if a game's beautifully drawn and illustrated. I'm kind of like 30% there with it.
Yeah.
Obviously, the mechanics need to be solid.
Yeah.
You need to enjoy it.
Right.
What's the artwork?
Artwork is amazing. Games Workshop's artwork is off the chain, along with their miniatures. The boards that you have, it comes with the base set. Comes with 2 boards that are double-sided, which will change up the arena field a little bit. The illustration on the cards is all good. What you could expect if you look through a Games Workshop codex or rule book or any of that kind of stuff, that's the kind of artwork you can expect.
Excellent.
It's just a solid step, I think.
So is there a lot of miniatures in there?
Well, the base set's going to have a team of 5 Blood Reavers and a team of 3 Eternals. So there's only going to be 8 miniatures in the box, but they've already talked about some of the other teams that they have coming in the future. One of them is going to be released very close to the core game, but it's looking like a really good stuff.
So obviously you're going to be reviewing it.
I definitely hope so as soon as we can get it.
And do you think you're going to be painting?
That probably I'll be a lot easier to incorporate because there's only 8 minis in the box. So it'll probably be a little bit easier to get those painted as well.
So you guys did like your top 5 games that you really wanted to see when you were here.
Correct.
Did you get a chance to see any of those?
I did. I got to see NIMBY. I got to see that one. Didn't actually get to play through it, just got the spiel, and they gave us a review copy, so I'll be hitting that when we get home. I was able to get through a demo copy of Warpgate from Wolf Designer, and it is not the same game that I saw at Essen. But it is still a really good design, and the fact that he was wanting it to be like a 4X game in space, and it's completely not. And that, to me, that just shows a little bit of designer maturity, where he just completely shifted gears and still came out with a good design.
Get feedback, play test it. That's why you should be play testing.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're going to ignore the play testers, that's your
Why do it? Why waste your time?
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's great.
And what else? What else has been the highlights? Do you think? What do you really enjoy?
I was able to demo the Batman game, the new Batman from Monolith. That's really cool, especially if you like Conan. It has a very similar feel, but the scenario we played had Bane and a bunch of his thugs going against Batman. So it was a really fun miniatures again.
Did you win?
Actually, I had to leave early. I just wanted to get the flow of the game.
He lost. He lost.
Well, I was
I can't admit it.
on the way to losing.
He's on the way.
I'll say that. But I did kind of duck out and let somebody else take over.
That's very generous of you.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, and you guys you've moved into a new studio.
Yes.
How's that working out for you?
Really well.
So he said he hated it.
He's lying, but we really enjoy having the opportunity to basically rent a house and turn it into a studio. That's just a phenomenal thing. and it's because of the supporters backing us.
Yeah,
It got us to the level where we could do that. So we certainly appreciate and thank all of you for that.
And actually, one thing, what's in the shed?
I've had to sign an NDA. It's not him. I can say that. At least I don't know. I've never actually been in there. I'm too frightened. Yes.
Yeah, I know. I'd be frightened as well. Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much, Sam.
You're very
That
welcome.
was great.
Thank you.
And have a wonderful trip home. What's the first thing you think you're going to review then when you get back? Well, I guess you've got it in order. What's next on the list?
I don't have it in order. Tom does that. I don't.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty much I'm going to get home and see what I feel like doing. I did just get to catch a demo of Shadowscape from NSKN and their Mistfall universe, so that's high up on the list. I've got, let's see what else. Tournament at Camelot from WizKids. I've got that on the queue as well. So
busy.
Yeah, very much.
Thank you, Sam. That was brilliant.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed that. I know you did. More for Sam, not for me. Nobody likes watching me.
Definitely can.
Anyway, but yes, thank you so much for watching. And remember, keep it unreal, especially if you like to throw punches to the throat.
Great.
So enthusiastic, isn't he? Yeah. Okay. And I just want to say thank you to Matt West for helping video some of those videos from the Dice Tower. It was a lot easier. He actually held it, although unfortunately...
Which way did he hold the camera?
Yeah, I instructed him to hold it that way. I know, but my skill is mucking about in front of the camera.
Right.
Your skill is mucking about behind the camera.
Right.
Although he's pretty good as well. Anyway, so that's pretty much everything. The big difference is that I felt a little bit more relaxed because obviously it was like, oh, well, if we get interviews, we get interviews.
There was no pressure. We weren't going there to achieve anything specific. You were going to enjoy yourself and grab a bit of stuff and have a little chat about it afterwards.
So it was really cool.
More,
And they do a nice program that you get with all the stuff in it. So it's just packed. It's just loads of stuff, and that's what I really like about it. It's grown so much over the years. That it's just one of those things where it's actually the third biggest. That was it. They released figures now. It's the third biggest gaming convention in the world.
Wow.
Which is extraordinary, and it's in its 11th year. So it just goes to show if the gaming is very popular, and that's increased over the last 10 years at least. And that you can set something up and it can just grow and grow and more people love it. So yeah.
Great. Well, one day I may go to another one if they change the dates.
If they change the dates, yeah, that's the problem, isn't it?
We'll
so
have to see.
yeah, but it's fun. I mean, I'm definitely going to go back there because it was nice. And again, you kind of because you've all got common interests. It's easy just to start chatting to people and playing games with people. It's that kind of thing. So it's just one of those things.
There it is.
There's
There
UK
it is.
Games.
UK Games Expo 2017.
Yes, I enjoyed it very, very much. Anything
Thank you
else?
for my book.
Yeah, well, there we go.
I shall try and find time. It's quite hard for me to read books at the moment.
Yeah.
Not for any sort of reason other
He's
than I
illiterate.
just don't have any time.
You can't read.
And
You
the
need
words
me to read them.
confuse me. This has got all sorts of numbers and stuff. But no, that's will be a blast from the past, and I must try and find my old one. But God knows where that is.
Yeah, it'd be nice because I got rid of all my original.
Because I have found my version of Dungeons and Dragons, my original version that
Yeah.
I don't think I really ever played. I think the other cooler kids, the other nerdier kids, I don't know, were playing
Yeah,
it, and
they
so I got into it, and then.
Yeah,
But it's a really basic,
Yeah.
no packaging, just basic pamphlets and rules.
That was probably the first edition.
Yeah.
Then, because
I don't think it was. I think it said on it third, second, or third. I don't know.
Is it
I'll
red?
bring it along.
Yeah, bring it along because it said about they Games Workshop started with 6 copies.
Oh,
of
we've run out
Dungeons
of time.
and
The
Dragons.
cameras would have stopped.
Oh.
So it's just this camera.
Just the main camera.
So
There we
wrap
go.
that up. That's why. Sorry, our cameras run out. Cut off after 20
minutes.
So they would stop.
So yeah, but anyway, so 6 copies Games Workshop. That's all they start with D&D. Anyway, we've gone on to a little bit of a tangent.
Yeah,
like we
let's
always
wrap
do.
it up.
Thank you so much for watching UK Games Expo 2017. Remember, anything else you want to add?
Just keeping it unreal or something.
Keep it unreal, especially if you like gaming.